People in Shadyside grew up hearing the stories about Fear Street, about people who wandered into the woods there and disappeared forever, about strange creatures that supposedly roamed the Fear Street woods, about mysterious fires that couldn't be put out and bizarre accidents that couldn't be explained, about vengeful spirits that haunted the old houses and prowled through the trees, about unsolved murders and unexplained mysteries.
There are dots on my face. Hi, how you doing? My name is Chaney, author of Autumn Crow, as well as your host today on Library Macabre. It is still pretty early in the morning right now. Actually, it is currently 9:38, which I guess isn't really all that early. It is a Sunday morning, so I did sleep in just a little bit, but this is a lot earlier than I would usually film because my voice is all scratchy and my eyes are all kind of like glassy and red. By the way, I am totally using my Nickelodeon alarm clock as a tripod. You know you're a 90s kid when you use your Nickelodeon Time Blaster alarm clock as a tripod.
3, 2, 1.
So much nostalgia. All right, speaking of nostalgia, we are going to be binging through some Fear Street books. So I have the first 3 Fear Street books here. Here's book 1, The New Girl, book 2, The Surprise Party, book 3, The Overnight, and I'm missing an original edition of the 4th book, Missing, ironically enough. So I have this brand new bind up that has the first 4 books in the series, so this does include Missing. Fear Street's one of my favorite series of all time. Like, when I grew up reading the series, I lived in a small Ohio town. I still live in a small Ohio town, so I just really connected to the setting of Shadyside, and I am so excited to just start over with the entire Fear Street series, read it from beginning to end, and I'm so excited for the movies. Can't even tell you, like, the new Netflix movies look so good. I've always wanted a Fear Street movie, and now we're finally gonna get 3. I'm gonna make some breakfast, drink some coffee, and we're gonna read some Fear Street books. I don't know about y'all, but I'm excited for Halloween. Fear Street, a narrow street that wound past the town cemetery and through the thick woods on the south edge of town, had a special meaning for everyone in Shadyside. The street was cursed, people said. The blackened shell of a burned-out mansion, Simon Fear's old mansion, stood high on the first block of Fear Street, overlooking the cemetery, casting eerie shadows that stretched to the dark, tangled woods. Terrifying howls, half human, half animal, hideous cries of pain were said to float out of the mansion late at night. Man, I am so happy to be returning to Fear Street. Over the years, I've revisited Fear Street many times. I've picked up random books in the series, but this is the first time I've read the first book in the series since I was very young. Like, I was probably 10 years old when I read this. So it's cool getting to go back all the way to the very beginning, all the way to 1989. Now, this was not my first Fear Street book that I ever read. I think my first Fear Street book was probably Halloween Party. I remember liking this, but it wasn't my favorite book in the series. So far, though, I'm really enjoying this. It's very atmospheric, it's very spooky. It definitely sets up the town of Shadyside and Fear Street on a really good atmospheric note. So this starts off with a very short little prologue, and I'm just gonna read the first bit to you just to set the mood for the book. Bye, Anna. Goodbye. Look at her down there, all crumpled, her dress all crumpled. She wouldn't like that. She was always so neat. She wouldn't like the blood. So dark and messy. You were always so perfect, Anna. You were always so bright and shiny, as if you were sparkly new every day. My diamond, Mom always said. And who was I then? Who was I while you were little Miss Perfect? Well, you're perfect now. You're perfectly dead. Ha ha. I love it. It's so It's so cheesy and so over the top, and a lot of the Fear Street books begin this way, with a prologue coming from the perspective of the mystery killer of the book. And of course, you don't know who the killer is until the end, unless you have any kind of deductive reasoning skills, in which case you'll probably know very early on who the killer is. But it's part of the fun, you know? So after that prologue, we jump to modern day Shadyside, Ohio. We are following a boy named Cody Brooks, who is on the varsity gymnastics team at Shadyside High. And one day he sees a girl in the school, a new girl that he's never seen before. And she's very old-fashioned. She dresses in like an old-fashioned dress. Her hair is perfect. She's very pale, almost ghost-like. And every time he sees her, she'll end up disappearing around a corner, and then he can't find her again. And that's basically where I'm at right now. I'm only about 20 pages in, and I'm just having a really good time with this. So I'm gonna read a little bit more, and I will check in with you very soon. But first, I had to go make more coffee. Pumpkin spice coffee, actually, because we love Fear Street and we love coffee. Also, I just talked to my sister Taylor, and she, me, and my brother-in-law might actually go on a picnic for dinner tonight in a park, one of my favorite parks in the world. I'm really excited to take you guys there, so definitely stay tuned for that. I'll probably do a little bit of reading while I'm there too. It's gonna be a beautiful day. So excited. Did you say you're a nature bitch? I feel like I'm in the Blair Witch Project.
Really?
I'm so scared. Tell my mom and dad that I'm sorry. So, I hope you guys enjoyed that little excursion into the wild. It was a really fun time. We just had a picnic and went hiking. I really like that park. Such a beautiful place. I go there a lot to write, so I'm not gonna tell you where it's at. Shh. Just to be safe. I think I'm gonna relax for a little bit, and I'll probably read a little more before bed, but I think I'm gonna do some other stuff. Maybe do some writing or watch a show or something. So I will see you in a little bit. It is late Monday night, and I just finished reading The New Girl by R.L. Stine. General thoughts: this is a pretty much by the numbers Fear Street book. This definitely set the formula for the series. I will say this is not my favorite Fear Street book by any means. I feel like the later books are definitely a bit better than this one, but I still really enjoyed it. I think it's a solid like 3.5 star read. And I am even more excited to read The Surprise Party, which I have actually never read before. This definitely has that R.L. Stine formula of, oh, there's this party going on and somebody is not who they seem to be. I'm gonna be reading this next, but for now, I'm gonna go to bed because I am tired and I have work in the morning, so I will catch you tomorrow evening after work.
So it is currently the next day. It is Tuesday, and I just got back from work just a little bit ago. I'm not gonna lie, had quite a lot of anxiety today. My anxiety has just been off the charts today. When I got back to the office from, doing the regular stuff with the bookmobile, I just kind of like, as I'm shelving books, I'm just doing kind of a meditation, bringing myself down, showing myself that I am okay, I am safe, there's no reason to get all anxious. And before that, I literally thought I was gonna have to come home and just go right to bed because I've just been so just on the fritz today. But I'm feeling a lot better. I think I've brought myself out of it. So I think I can do some reading today and not just go straight to bed. We're gonna stay in bed. I'm gonna relax and try to take it easy, but I am gonna do some reading. The book starts off in May, which we're in May right now, so it's very springy out, very sunny, and it just reminds me of the weather currently, so that was really cool. So far it's got kind of a cozy vibe to it, but we did start the story out with a prologue that is very, very similar to The New Girl. It was like hilarious how close it is to The New Girl, where somebody has just committed a murder and we're getting the scene of the murder from the perspective of the killer. And we have already had a crossover for the first book. We have already seen the character of Corey and his girlfriend slash friend that we are introduced to in the first book. So they actually do make an appearance in the first chapter. I don't know if they're going to be regular characters throughout the rest of the book or not, but it would be really interesting to see. There's the surprise party. I'm going to make some tea, get cozy, and we're going to do some reading. Hey, howdy, hi, how's it going? Cheers to you. I am back, doing a little bit better today. I woke up this morning and let me adjust the brightness on here really quick. It's a little bit better. Sometimes my phone camera likes to blow me out if I get too close to light. Anyway, I woke up this morning, immediately did a meditation slash prayer session, and I feel a whole lot better, a lot more at peace. And then I did another meditation before my writing, and I was able to write almost 2,000 words in the span of a couple hours, which is the most I've written in a long time. 2,000 words is how much R.L. Stine tries to write every single day. I will say that if you are excited about the first book in my Autumn Crow High series, I am posting some chapters as sneak peeks over on my Patreon page. The first 2 chapters are already up, and the 3rd chapter should be up this week. I'm also going to be posting a sneak peek of the cover really soon because the cover is done. The painting is done for my book, and it's about to be shipped to me. So as soon as it arrives, I'm going to be doing an unboxing on Patreon, giving everybody a sneak peek. And then after I do the cover design and everything, I'm going to be posting it to my social media. So it is not even 3:15 yet and my writing is done. So I'm going to go for a little walk. It's kind of cool and cloudy out today, so it's a good day to go for a walk. Then I'm going to come home and I'm going to do some reading. I'm going to read Fear Street, just like this video is supposed to be about. And I'm really excited to see what's gonna go down with this surprise party that our main characters are planning for their friend. I'm guessing it's not gonna be very good. They're already getting threatening phone calls from some phantom caller saying that they should not throw the party or someone's going to get hurt. So obviously they should be rethinking it, but are they going to? Nah, they're gonna throw the party and they're gonna regret it. All right, it is Sunday, the day before Memorial Day, and I just finished reading The Surprise Party. Finally. This one took me a little bit longer than I thought it would. And actually, this one is just a tad bit on the slow side, surprisingly. Now, I will say the writing in this one is actually a tad bit better than it was in The New Girl. You could definitely see that R.L. Stine grew a little bit as a writer between then and this book. But the plot itself is a little bit slower. In fact, we don't get to the surprise party until the last, 10 pages of the book. But I did enjoy the book overall. I think I give it about 3 stars. I guessed the killer at the very beginning, and I was
kind of right. Kind of, but there was actually something else in the works that I didn't really see coming, and I thought it was pretty clever. So it did surprise me there. Now, I kind of hopped back and forth between reading that copy and this right here, which is the new Fear Street bind-up of the first 4 books. I kind of like this copy because it's oversized, it's floppy, the margins are a little bit wider, so it's not quite as tight as the other book, and the font size in this is very nice and readable. This is just a really good quality book. So if you want to check out the first 4 books in the Fear Street series, I would definitely recommend giving this one a buy because it's definitely worth it. The text here is slightly abridged, just slightly. They kind of updated the character descriptions a little bit just to make them, you know, a little more sympathetic, a little more sensitive. I don't mind that. That's fine. But there were a couple of instances where I was reading the original text. Like, for instance, I was reading the original text of The New Girl, and the main character, Cody, was dittoing files in the office after school. And I was like, I wonder if they updated that to copying in this book. So I opened this up and flipped to that page, and sure enough, yeah, they changed it to copying. And I don't really like that. I kind of wish they would have just kept it, you know? I know a lot of like teenagers reading this probably be like, what the hell does dittoing mean? But I think they should have kept it just to stay true to the whole late 80s, early 90s thing. But I get it, you know, I get why they changed it. But overall, it's like, it's mostly unabridged. The story is here. There's still references to VHS tapes and cassette tapes. But at the end of the day, like, I much prefer this cover, and I prefer to just read the original text just because it's nostalgic, even with its warts and everything. It's, you know, it's part of that time period. Now, I am going to end the vlog here. I was going to read the first 4 books. I was going to read The Overnight next and Missing, and I'm still going to do that. But I want to get this video up tomorrow, so I'm going to cut it here, and you can join me at the beginning of July, because all throughout the month of June, I'm going to be reading as many Fear Street books as I possibly can. I'm going to try to average like 3 a week, and I'm going to be vlogging about it the entire time. And at the end of that vlog, I'm going to share my review, thoughts, reaction to the first part of the Fear Street trilogy. And then I'm also going to be doing another vlog throughout the entire month of July leading up to the 3rd movie in the trilogy. So that's going to be 2 Fear Street reading vlogs you're going to get from me at the beginning of July and around the end of July when the 3rd movie airs. It's going to be a lot of Fear Street, and I want to share my reactions to not just the books but the movies as well in those vlogs. So definitely stay tuned for those. I'm really excited. It's going to be a lot of fun. Anyway, stay tuned for those videos. Thank you so much for watching this vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching to the very end. Please let me know your thoughts down below, and I will catch you in the next episode of Library Macabre. Later, creeps.